So to start our quest to grow cosmos from seeds, I have tried different things in the past. It's really not worked out that much. I'm going to try the wet tissue method this time. Typically, when I want cosmos flowers, I go and buy seedlings from a store or in a flower market or some kind of fair if it happens. But this time, I'm going to again try. This time using the wet tissue method. So what am I going to use? I have this waste. This came with some cake. It's a good deep dish. I have this waste cellophane cover. I have these seeds. Those are not waste. This is a brand new packet. Some paper, scissors and all for cutting the paper, pen for writing the name, and so on and so forth. What I'm going to do is, and of course, tissues. What I'm going to do is, I'm going to line a couple single or double layer of tissues on the bottom of this and moisten it. And then I'm going to put the seeds on top of that. I have not yet decided whether I'll cover the seeds with another layer of tissue or not. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. These seeds are very small, so maybe I won't do that because then they get stuck to the top tissue layer. Okay, so next step, let me take the paper out and start putting it. I'll do it. It's hard to handle it with one hand, so I'll do it and then show you. So now the paper is lined up. I double fold it. It's thick, and then I'm going to put some water on top. So again, this is the waste. This was a waste oil bottle. I took it, poked some holes in the top, and will gently sprinkle. Again, I'll have to put the phone down. It's hard to do it with one hand. I have to get it right. Okay. So the paper is moistened. You might think of it as wettish, but it's not dripping water. It's just wet. If you press it, you can feel that the paper is wet. What happens is when you leave it outside, some of the water vapor will evaporate and come to the top, and the whole container will also be filled with water vapor. So the paper will dry out to some degree. So you have to compensate for that by adding a bit more water. But it should not be dripping wet because the paper will then very quickly tear away and the seed may not germinate in that much water. Okay, so it's thoroughly wet and I opened the tissue packet. I've got the seeds outside. Now I'm going to sprinkle them on the paper and then cover this with the polythene so that moisture remains inside. It's getting hotter. It has to retain the moisture, otherwise it will not work.